Let them speak. Review. Patterns 1 to 9. Please repeat or answer. Is it okay to begin? Is it all right to start studying? Who just arrived? Doesn't he hope to contact him? Who was in the middle of working with him? Didn't you get the chance to eat breakfast? Wouldn't he rather go out with her? Who would he prefer talking to? Were they about to take the bus? Who plans on calling her? Didn't you get her to take it there? Wasn't it all right to bring it back yesterday? What were they finished eating? Where was it worth taking the kids? Should they have told him that? Who is she going to be calling? Didn't she stop gambling? Where did they keep driving to? What did you help her to carry? When was she thinking about coming back? Where have they been taking a nap? Wasn't it worth it to travel there? When will she be set to talk to me? Weren't they supposed to be paying back the money? He ought to clean his room. Who made her do it? Who decided to buy it? What did she get to eat? What have you got to do? What did you get her to do? Who saw them eating dessert? Didn't you hear them yelling? Who almost fell off the chair? When will they be done talking? Where would they like to bring him? What didn't she feel like eating? Who was finished reading the book? Who didn't finish eating the hot dog? Hasn't she been teaching them? What did she only send him? Doesn't Didn't she pretend to work hard? Who couldn't finish doing it? Where did she continue to run to? Wasn't she thinking about riding a bike there? Was it okay not to tell her? Who didn't know how to fix it? When will she be able to come back to work? Who went back to get her? He had better help him to do it. Wasn't it worthwhile going to see it? She better take that. Who asked her to get it? Who didn't quit drinking beer? Doesn't she tend to drink a lot of beer? Who is supposed to be driving with her? Isn't she going to be taking a taxi? Who had you bring the money here? Where did she feel like going out to eat? Who has left? What did you see them stealing? Weren't they interested in finding out? Who went on complaining? Who was supposed to be taking care of the kids? When did she go there to take care of her mother? What do you plan on giving her for her birthday? Who won't they be inviting? Did you get the opportunity to email her? Who just left? When would you prefer to buy a new car? Didn't he keep on listening to the radio? Who heard you say that? When is it worth shopping there? What should they have brought? Who let him take it home? Who decided to bring her out to dinner? Aren't they going to be able to solve it? When will it be worth buying it? Who did she pretend to go out with? Who tends to complain the most? Who wasn't ready to take the test? When will it be okay to start making supper? Who would he like to date? Who got to tell her about it? When did she let you take it? Didn't she keep him from going out with her? Who needs to bring it? Who didn't try to help them? What does she hope to get there? Where would they rather get married? Does she just want to drink water? Weren't they going to be taking a nap? What weren't they able to understand? Who's been talking about her? When was she interested in coming back? Who couldn't finish making it? When are you thinking of eating lunch? What did she continue to cook? Where is he supposed to clean? Who hopes to take a trip there? Who won't he be going there with? Who had the chance to pick it up? Weren't they done working? When will he be interested in talking about it? Didn't you get the opportunity to meet her? What is it okay to bring to the party? Who was she thinking about giving it to? Doesn't she know how to explain it? Who stopped him from coming to the party? Who didn't let you listen to the music? Are you going to be emailing him? What haven't they been playing? Where should they have taken them? What didn't she feel like watching? Where did you see them dancing together? Weren't they about to get out of the car? Who was set to get on the bus? Where did she almost get a job? Did they quit trying to solve it? Where did she decide to begin working? Wasn't it all right to give it back to him? Weren't they thinking about going to the beach? Where will it be worthwhile going to see that movie? When did you hear them arguing? Wouldn't they rather solve it now? What do you prefer eating for breakfast? Didn't she keep on making him work? Did she keep you from opening it up? Who needs to take the test? Who doesn't plan on making supper? When will she be able to correct it? She'd better come back soon. They ought to stay with her. Wasn't it all right to sell my old car? What did you get her to carry? Who saw them buying ice cream? What does she tend to drink the most after supper? Hasn't she been drinking beer? Weren't they about to pay him back? Didn't she ask you to drive her there? What couldn't they believe? Who was supposed to be taking care of the kids? Doesn't he feel like babysitting? Where does she hope to attend school? Was she just interested in playing on the computer? Who began eating? Where have they brought her? What did she have you tell him? When will he probably come back to drop it off? Didn't she stop singing? When have you got to call her? Won't they be able to fix the computer? Wasn't he going to find out about it? Where doesn't he like eating out? When did you get him to bring the kids there? Where would you prefer to go out drinking? Doesn't she feel like apologizing to him? Weren't they finished explaining it? Who would prefer to drive him there? What should they have eaten? Where will you be studying? Wasn't she done teaching? Is he done reading the magazine? Who gets to talk to her? Who have you got to talk to? Who did you get him to talk to? He better not tell her. She had better not steal. Who was in the middle of taking a shower? What were you thinking of giving her for her birthday? Was it okay not to call her last night? Was it worth it to meet him last night? When did she let you come back? Who lets you do that? Didn't you start following her? Where did you make her drop it off? Who had the chance to talk to him? What were they interested in eating? What did she almost say? Who was it all right to tell? Who should they have met? Didn't they continue to read the newspaper? Where did you have him bring it? What was she supposed to be teaching them? Who plans on following them? Don't you feel like helping him to understand it? Who quit trying to study it? Who have they got to visit? Isn't she going to be explaining it? Who has been telling you that? What did you see her eating? What did you hear them watching? Who was all set to read it? She ought to bring it. Haven't they got to practice? Where would you rather go out to dance? Doesn't he prefer drinking beer? What did she just take from him? Who did she get the opportunity to show him? Who got to see it? Who's got to see it? Who did you get to see?